Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where we just received this message. Apparently Red believes that they are the greatest empire. That's a bit of a shame, because ordinarily my response to this would be, hey, AI friend, let's team up and maybe take this guy down a notch, but unfortunately I don't really have good access to that dude. I guess it is probably the case that if I were to declare mutual war between Purple and I on Red. Purple probably would not close their borders on us, right? We'd be allowed to walk through the territory. But we have other things to worry about. So right now, we're doing okay on cities. 6 cities by turn 50 is a fine place to be. We have a number of unsettled regions nearby that are not really at risk of being settled by other players, I don't think. But I'm wondering if it would be a good idea to keep one or two of them unsettled in an attempt to get the Urchins to show up near us, so that we could potentially hang out with them and have fun. I really, really, really want to get an Urkan on our side. I think it would be a very useful thing for, first of all, just information gathering, understanding better how the Urchins work and what benefits they provide to us, how we could best take advantage of that in future games, and also for the purpose of finishing off Pink in a little while once we've sort of built up our army and we're ready to go at them again. Obviously, for the moment, we have some important infrastructure stuff to get built. We do still have to push our faction quest forward again. The new city that we got a hold of is built in such a way that we can put down a single district and get one of these districts to level 2, and that's great, but we also still have to raise a city center to level 2. And I think that is really still best done in the capital, which means that probably... it's possible that the right way to do this is to build 2 districts in the capital and 1 district here. It doesn't say they have to be in the same city, right? No, there's no additional text here. Okay, maybe that's the way to do it. Level up a district here and the city center here. Obviously, we will still continue building districts in both cities, but that might be the earliest, the fastest way to do it in terms of turn output, which would mean that this city would have to get up to 6 population. I'm not going to assign a bunch of people to food just yet because the city's still unhappy due to low ownership. When the city is no longer suffering from a food penalty, we'll give that a shot. Alright, what else needs doing here? Pink currently cannot attack us. They could close their borders on us, but I'm going to make them do it. We're going to run around in their territory a little bit, steal pearls, loot ruins, whatever we can. And there are 1 to 20 turns left in this winter. It could end up being an extremely long one. I really hope that it isn't for a huge number of reasons, including our fiscal solvency, and also the fact that the Urchins are not going to come over here and make themselves available to us until the winter ends. Please, please, please let this winter end soon. I'm kind of hoping that the fighting has distracted Pink and that they haven't been able to grab any pearls that have spawned in their territory. Okay, that's something. Give me some value from this. Okay, 15 blood crystal, and that is 8 pearls right there. So I know what my plan is. On the whole, I would say that we are in a pretty good position. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the, or maybe not at the beginning, but earlier in the series, earlier in this particular game, my plan for victory is to finish the faction quest. I think that's really the way we should be going here. And if that's the plan, we've stalled out a little bit. We're going a little slower than I would like on that particular goal. Keep trying to build burrows out here where I can. It would be really, really cool if we could get our faction quest moving forward properly again. So, now that we've taken Garant, Massoarm and Garant are close enough together that they will often be able to defend each other from sieges. And this is just like a really powerful industrial core. I'm pretty happy about this. I think maybe what we want to do... Let's pop these guys into this garrison, I think. No, we probably want to search down south here and look for pearls. I'm also gonna chat with these guys, I guess. Who knows? Maybe they'll give me a quest that's interesting. Okay, no, I don't want to do that. Destroy a Dorgeshi village in Daramard. Is Daramard... Wait, where's Daramard? It's probably... Okay, it's over here somewhere. So that's interesting. We know that there's another region in Pink's nation that has Dorgeshi as its minor faction. Well, even more incentive to conquer them soon. Here, we probably want to build the alchemy workshop. Yeah, burrows are burrows are not a particularly strong play here. So we definitely want to have somebody in the garrison in Juarez. It's not important to do it right this second, but it needs to happen soon. Not soon. It needs to happen before it's possible for Pink to redeclare war on us. As soon as winter ends, I wonder if it'll be right to close our borders to Pink again. Because I think part of what's happening here with their units is they're planning to go to Purple, since Purple and Pink are still at war. What is the sort of global geopolitical status here? Is anybody else at war? Purple's not at war with anybody else. Red's not at war with anybody. Green's not at war with anybody. And then we know by deduction that this is the only war happening. Okay, so maybe we just let this happen. Purple, I think, is in a better position than Pink. Draken usually are able to keep their stuff together. So maybe they'll just kill a bunch of Pink's units. That would be pretty good for us. I guess I'm just going to drop these guys into this garrison for right now. This army will have time to search down here and then return. Just want to keep our border around Pink strong. It's possible that Green could attack us, and that's just even more reason to make sure Morris's garrison is strong, but my main concern is Pink. They can't fight us right now, but they will fight us as soon as they think it is feasible to do so. Alright, so we are going to need a couple of things. First of all, we're definitely going to need the Canal Locks building in our capital if we want to have any chance of maybe putting a wonder victory together. It's at least theoretically possible, as long as we can get our faction quest rolling again. We are 3 techs out. We are definitely going to want Central Market with an empire this size. We're gonna need to make sure we have a lot of sources of approval, even with the wine boosters and everything. And then I think we're also going to grab Public Granary right now. We will probably come back and pick up a couple more techs from Era 2, and we definitely still need to come back and get Mercenary Market as well, once we have the money to hire governors. That stuff's going to be really important, but as soon as we get into Era 3, we want to... There's a couple of things in Era 3 I would like to pick up quickly. And thanks to our stolen Center for Mineralogy, our research rate is actually looking really good now. So these guys are this guy is headed down to Morris. You should get out of there so you don't get attacked by the minor faction. The spices have run out and cannot be repopped, sadly. We are 2 turns off of getting a dye booster. The wine booster is eternal. We're producing so much wine now that we will never run out. Which means that, with access to the goods portion of the marketplace, wine is now an important method of generating dust for us. Here in the capital, we definitely need to get building on these borough streets. It is not super important for us to get these done prior to having enough population to get the next one. So we're going to focus on food a little bit here with our husbandry center. Let's see, so we got a borough building there, we got boroughs building here, we're just grabbing more tiles, which is good. That's a lot of extra resources for us. We got to keep an eye on these cities as their ownership level rises. We'll probably want to reassign them, because right now they are very, very dust focused. Let's have a quick look at Purple's troops. What do I think of Purple's army? Got some dredges here. 85 attack, 99 damage, 84 defense. These are reasonably good troops. Better than mine. Okay, yeah, I think Purple can defend himself against Pink. I do not think that we are in a lot of danger there. So now the question is, how do we support Purple? We don't want Purple to take over a ton of Pink's land. Both because we don't want Purple to get too strong, and because we want this. This should be our stuff. I'm not really sure what the plan is for managing that. Oh, actually, we can almost reach this guy. We totally can reach this guy. Maybe I will be able to get him under control. So we got 15 blood crystal from a ruin search. And there is enough blood crystal on the market to make this happen. Okay, I'm not actually going to buy it until we can interact with him and give it to him. But I'm very interested in that. I'm very interested in doing that. Like I said, we're probably going to have to sell some wine. Or if winter would end, things would get a lot easier for us. That is also a possibility. Now, it is worth remembering that stealing pearls from Pink's territory is going to make Pink mad at us. I am not going to stress about it, obviously. I think it's a fine thing to do. Ooh, I think they're planning to go after Chaka with violence. But part of the reason I don't think it's a big deal is that I suspect we will never get Pink to relax, because we fought with them and we took cities from them and we're going to hold those cities forever. So we are probably already at a state of infinite forever war with Pink. They will not get upset with us searching their ruins. You know, this doesn't affect their ability to get value out of the ruins, so they'll just probably let us wander around in here. I do wish that I had stayed at war with Pink a little bit longer. I mean, like, I wish that the situation would have been good for us to do that. I think we made the right move, given the situation that actually did exist on the ground. The Red Draken have good trade routes going, which means that their trade routes get even better. That's a shame. But it would have been nice to have a good excuse to stay in the war for a little while and fight alongside Purple, because you can cement a friendship very easily that way. Definitely do that. The periodic ruin searches are keeping us pretty healthy as far as dust goes, for the moment at least. Probably don't want to pull this city off of dust right now. But you guys should be on dust. I assumed they were. They definitely should be. Okay, so we're building a lot of important science buildings. As we approach 8 points of population here, we're going to want to change the way we distribute our guys. Our goal is to finish the borough streets on the turn that we hit 8 population, so that we can start building the next borough streets the next turn. Over here, we also actually need to hit 6 population if we're going to use this as a way of rushing the quest. We put everybody on food. That's not too bad. It does slow down our research a little bit more than I'm comfortable with. But, like, we got to get the population. I really wish that the damn winter would end. I feel like this winter has been forever. It probably has only been like 5 turns, but it feels really long. And what are we going to say is more important? Facts, objective reality, or my frustrations? Which one of those things informs my actions more? Maybe it is better to just focus on the capital. Just focus on food in the capital, get the capital built up enough to finish the quest. Because it is only 1 extra district. But we're talking about 2 extra points of population. Yeah, alright. I'm going to do this until we hit 6 pop here. It's going to slow down our research a little bit, but it's fine. And obviously, it'll be even better if the winter ends. Alright, let's come down here and try to keep an eye on what's going on with this Urkan. I'm going to move here first, so that I'm projecting zone of control to make their movement awkward. This is mostly spite, but I love spite. Alright, a disheveled archaeologist by the name of Rutacletrops has told us that there's fresh, sweet stuff in some ruins in Mandara. Hey, good news for me, I am near Mandara. Alright, well, let's get over there then. What did you guys want? Oh, yeah. We will not, in fact, be doing this quest. Seems unlikely. It's like a lot of effort. Oh, right, I had extra movement because of survival instinct. Well, that's a shame. There was nothing in that ruin. Okay, so we want to do this, right? Offer luxuries to the mighty Urkan in order to tame it and bring it under your control, which will make it not attackable anymore. Because if I let them attack it, then it's going to be all wounded, and it's not going to have lice. And who wants to have control of a friend who doesn't have lice? So, I need to purchase 15 of your finest blood crystals. Somebody just sold a bunch of blood crystals and drove the price down. Lovely. That could not have come at a better time. So we don't actually have to sell anything right this second. Alright, this is the first time we're doing this. Okay, Chaka. So, we have the ability to uproot him and have him walk around. We have the ability to have him hop to another nearby region, or we could just release him, which obviously we will not be doing. So I think we want to move him over to another region, and we want to try to buy some of his powers, right? Chaka? Neighboring regions produce plus 50% science. What? Is that a typo? Why would that be a thing that's allowed to happen? Urchins under your control have plus 5 vision. That's a little bit less compelling. While Urkan is in army form, allied units in the same region have plus 20% initiative and 2 movement. That's pretty cool. We're gonna do this. Own and allied cities in neighboring regions produce 50% bonus science. So unfortunately, Forani is only adjacent to Daramard and Yith, which is not amazing, because like Maswarim and Garant are the two cities that most benefit from that. If we moved him up further north, it would be even worse, though, right? Because then he's only adjacent to Yith. Yeah, okay. Let us pop you, my friend, over to here. It doesn't matter where here, right? Just somewhere in this region. I guess over here would be good. He's far away from everybody else, but kind of easy for me to access from Yith. And then we're going to... We could pop a die booster, and it might get us to happy. So probably we should, right? And then we'll just, we'll get him with the die bonus after we do this. Okay, 61%. This label hasn't updated, but I think this will make us happy. So we need 13 more die. Would it be reasonable to just purchase the die? That's pretty expensive. It's only going to be a couple of turns. Let's just wait. So as ownership goes up in our new cities, their approval will go up, and then eventually we'll get higher approval. The die booster making that happen a couple of turns earlier is absolutely worth the price of slowing down the Urkan bonus, especially considering that it will be applied to some relatively weak regions for the moment. Alright, if we build a city improvement that gets us influence, we'll get 20 Palladium. That's actually not a bad reward. That is an exciting idea, 20 Palladium. Alright, well, we have ascertained that there are no more interesting ruins over here. The thing we needed to know. Let's see what's on the other side of this border, now while the borders are still open to us. Speaking of while the borders are still open to us, we probably want to run our hero army back as fast as possible, because they could totally lock us out over here. They could just, by closing their borders right now, they could just trap all these units, and that would be bad. Annoying, mostly. And so when it becomes time to fight with Pink, we can uproot the Urkan and have it come with us. Its stats are not as good as we've seen some of the Urkan stats be, but it seems pretty good. And I can't see it in my unit screens. I guess I know what all of its traits do. Brotherhood of Urkins makes it not want to fight other Urkins. Winter Enervation is the thing that reduces its stats during the winter. Oh yeah, that's true. Its stats are reduced during the winter, aren't they? This one is a ranged attacker. I don't know if they all are. But honestly, the combat stats of the Lice are pretty good too. We have here a pretty powerful ally. It's a shame we couldn't get this figured out while we were still at war with Pink. And Pink's probably pretty annoyed, because I think they were planning to subjugate that Urkan through violence. The cowards. Somebody entered Era 4. Well, we're a little bit behind on, a little tiny bit behind on research here. How are you guys doing? 7 more turns. Over here, it is going to be 3 more turns until next population birth, so we want to try to even these numbers out a little bit. Yeah, this will do. Let's err on the side of population. We could, I suppose, devote some real effort to getting these canal locks finished quickly. And the earlier we get these, the better they are, right? But we're going to want to spend a significant amount of time, probably, with our people on food to take advantage of the husbandry center. This gives us plus industry on terrain with industry during the summer. All of those forest tiles have industry on them naturally, so this is a little bit of industry. Not, I think, a super high priority. What if I did this? What if we put everybody on industry here, just try to rush this down as quickly as possible? Oof. That's expensive, but... like I said, the earlier we get this done, the better it is. Yeah, alright. I hate this winter. I really need winter to end. I want to be generating the normal amount of food again. Well, at least there can't be more than 15 more turns of this nonsense. So, like I said, I should probably try to get back. Pink could... oh no, Pink can't close their borders on us until winter's over. Right, I'm not actually in a huge amount of danger here. I think we're going to pull... I might pull one unit out. I'm going to have it be the hero. Because the hero we can teleport home. We'll have one unit continue to explore over here. But I'm going to have these guys make a run for home. It would be really, really good if we could get home before the winter ended. Alright, so at 3.5 per turn, we're looking at 3 more turns before we can pop that that Urkan ability. Right, Laldora is right on the other side of the border. It is relatively developed at 6 population, and it does not have a very strong garrison, it looks like. So I like that an awful lot. Oh my god, the end of winter. Okay. Upsides and downsides here. First things first, run as hard as you can toward my border. We want to be close enough to them, or to our border, that... okay, I don't know that we are close enough. I don't think we are. What I was going to say is we want to be close enough to our border that the shortest path out of their territory is to our territory, not to this neutral land. The fact that it didn't work out this way, that way really sucks. Oh, man. How expensive would it be to break the truce? 'Cause I would love to kill that settler. Nothing, huh? Alright, so minus 30% defense on cavalry unit, plus 30% defense on infantry unit. This would be an annoying winter effect for us, because they are running a lot of infantry. Plus 30% major unit production cost, minus 30% minor faction unit production cost on cities. This would not be a huge deal to us. This doesn't really make a big difference. And here we have 30% luxury resource market price, minus 30% strategic resource market price. Well, I'll be honest with you. The winter effect that I would most like to see succeed is this one. So I'm going to commit a considerable number of pearls to this. And we're going to watch it. You know what? I'm gonna go like really hard. Okay. Leaving us 40 pearls to work with. Alright, we're going to keep an eye on it. We're going to try to make sure... in a perfect world, I would keep an eye on it and try to make sure that we do, in fact, get that winter effect. We'll see how it works out in practice. Ooh, hey, that's quite a few pearls there. You can tell by the size of the deposit. So, like, this is a pretty good deposit here. Do we have a little one for easy comparison? Not really. If you're out on the strategic view, the number of little white pips next to it gives you some idea. 1 pip is 1, 2 pips is like 2 to 4, 3 pips is 5 to 8-ish, I think, and then 4 pips is above that. There are some minor faction armies here trying to keep me from searching those ruins. Yeah, so we can see that the AI are continuing to expand. Purple settlers and pink settlers and stuff all over the place. We are not in a position to fight with either of these armies. we'll just keep up the plan. Keep searching new ruins. Keep stealing... Oh, we probably shouldn't steal those pearls. Alright, well, I'm going to just get vision as deep in here as I can. And then we're going to walk back around. Unfortunately, we cannot go over the land bridge anymore. So we are connected to green by a land bridge over here. I mean, this tells us what I suspected was the case, that this is a single contiguous world-spanning landmass. Blue is over here somewhere, we have to assume. Possibly they are Cult or Mykara. That might explain why we, first of all, haven't seen them, and secondly, why there seems to be so much open territory. I would not be surprised if they were one of the, one of those factions. Hey! This is not actually owned. Free our people. There's a Drogeshi village in Daramard that must be destroyed. Oh no, this is Daramard, right? Okay, this is this village is glowing because of the other quest we have. This quest. Okay, I don't actually care about that. Also, I had to say, I think this is the greatest distance I've ever seen between a region where you acquire that quest and the region where it points you for the reward. Also, hey, look at that! Pink actually did defeat purple for this village, for this city over here. That's not good for us. I really don't need purple losing this war. Okay, you guys are still at war. Nobody else is involved still. Yeah. Huh. What is the cost for breaking the truce? Oof, considerable. Hey, what is the cost for my empire plan? What do we want to do empire plan-wise? I would like to get at least this. Possibly also the building buyout cost reduction. We could also go for the approval boost here. Where are we at on ownership? We're pretty close to full ownership of these cities, and we're pushing up through happy. So the 25 bonus approval from the Empire plan would be useful, but once we have central markets up, it won't be so meaningful. So I guess it's not a huge deal to miss out on that. Maybe this is our intended Empire plan, or that even. Will we get to 600? We have 4 turns. We're making 33 per turn. So if we wanted to get to 600, we would have to increase influence output, and then it would leave us with nothing. So our ability to redeclare on pink in order to save purple would be pretty limited. Yeah, alright. We'll probably just do this Empire plan then. Right, I think I want to keep the bonus industry from being on dust. Right, 51% here, so we could probably refocus on industry in this city, get some stuff done. And then we're still dust focused here. I think we might want to stay that way, honestly. Yeah, I'm hoping that purple can just kind of get their stuff back together, just figure things out. We could close our borders to pink. How expensive would that be? 160? Ooh. So if we do that, it is going to be hard to generate the 480. We're definitely going to have to put more people on industry, or on influence. I'm just thinking, like, that might be the thing we could do that would be most helpful to purple in this moment, rather than declaring war. He has territory over there, but he probably won't be able to reinforce it anymore. Purple will get that back. Alright, I'm trying. You're gonna have to do your part, though. And, like, this city could afford to be on influence. I don't think that hurts us too much. We got to get back to 480, which requires 50 per turn. So this will totally do it and leave us with a little bit extra. Alright, let's see what happens with the closed borders here. I think it's going to bounce my army out to here, because I believe what it does is it forces you out of their territory by the shortest route, just counting hexes, which is definitely out to Yarrow. Okay, hello, Khazar. Perhaps you and I could be friends. You would like 25 Dust Lotus. Blue has gotten one of their heroes to level 8. I bet Blue is Cult. That's my guess. They got both of the early wonders, and they're power leveling a hero. I think it's entirely possible Blue is Cult. So, Blue got the health regen. That probably is a good thing for us, because we weren't going to get this. It was good for us that none of the people who are next to us got it. This is attack and defeat at least 10 armies of the other empires. We are in second place. I bet Pink is the one who's leading, now that they managed to take a city. It is certainly concerning. Alright, let's grab these pearls. And then... I mean, I'm going to get attacked either way here, right? Oh, there are a lot of minor faction armies here. Aha! We got lucky. It was the first ruin we searched, so 50 Palladian for us. And then this guy can just be planning to flee. You are also still just looking around. We should probably get him over down by that city that Purple lost and try to feel out the situation a little bit. Okay, 10 titanium, not exactly an amazing find at this moment. Make sure that we get out of Red's territory as quickly as possible at the beginning of the turn. So, Dust Lotus. Let's, Dust Orchid, rather. There is not enough Dust Orchid on the market to make this work. We will not be able to buy this guy. And I assume, with him being healthy, yeah, there's no way I'm beating him in combat. Alright, next turn we have the die necessary to buff up our Urkan. Turn to this village when you're ready to give them 100 dust. We're not giving them 100 dust because I don't actually care if they're pacified or not. They don't matter enough to us for us to give them anything at all. Yeah, that's a shame that we're not going to be able to buy that one off as well. Alright, over here in Arindla, yeah, we're definitely going to need to build our central markets up. So we'll have the population for the new borough in 5 turns. Yeah, like, we got to get these canal locks done. It's really important. Masuaram will be very, very powerful once we have them. It's just a matter of getting them without getting murdered, basically, in the interim. It's a good thing that we have peace with one of our neighbors and a treaty truce with the other. This is exactly the kind of time during which you want to be building a big infrastructure project. Much less likely to get interrupted this way. And as we continue to accumulate dust, we are thinking about heroes. I would love to hire some heroes. Let's move to here. Okay, he did not change his mind. You know, periodically they change their minds about what they want. I don't know what the triggers for that are. Oh, it is really awkward to move around them. Oh, good, spiders. And being attacked over here. I could have sworn I hit this button before that attack happened. Well, obviously we must retreat. Done. Ah. Really, he didn't include that as a reinforcement? That's a pretty good guess on whether or not I was going to retreat. Alright, well, we lose this... I didn't mean to do that. I meant to put that on auto-resolve. You know what? I'm just gonna hide. He's gonna have to come and get me. I have 4 move. Okay, he didn't bring in any reinforcements. We actually might be able to just survive this. Okay, so he has 2 movement. He has 3 movement. He is the fastest one of these guys who has ever lived. I was not expecting him to have 3 movement. That's pretty bad for us. That probably means I die. Because I can't run anywhere, right? Where I am right now is the only safe place. And I can't quite make it up the cliff next turn. Yeah, he could hit me in any other spot except for right here, but right here is not actually any better. Alright, well... let's see, maybe he'll do something crazy. Nope, he did the most straightforward thing possible. And dead. He got the stun just for spite. Alright, well, we should probably just merge back up here. And I don't know what we're gonna do. Trapped out here. Far away from everything. Okay, we are holding happy for the moment. You get to get trained. So now this is just a trait he has for the rest of the game. No matter what, he will maintain this trait, even if he... oh, that is totally the wrong... well, I mean, I'm fine with that, I guess. But that was not the one I actually wanted to... I still wanted to do that. I totally thought for some reason that was... okay, so we actually don't even have the ability to put together enough gold to get the other trait. There is a gold deposit somewhere nearby, though, isn't there? There's one in Tinen. I think that's it, though. Okay, well, I mean, that encourages my desire to maybe settle Tinen. Also, Tinen has a really nice settling location here, with the Spiral Rock Peel and the Azotic Exotics. I think it might be time for another settle. Maybe right here would be a good place to do that. Because we don't want to fall behind, right? We want to keep our economy growing constantly. We could keep Bandara empty. It currently doesn't really have anything cool showing in it anyway. And that way, maybe Urchins could appear there and befriend us. We still have a reasonable number of military units. Okay, this turn we hit 6 population in Garant. Down this burrow, and this is an approval positive burrow, which is nice. Definitely need to focus on industry. Man, we really don't have a lot of industry output in this city, actually. And the canal system won't help very much. We only have 4 tiles that have industry on them anyway. Well, I guess let's focus on getting that burrow done. Alright, so purple's moving units around in my territory. Yeah, this is whatever. Purple's moving units around in my territory. Hopefully this will help them outmaneuver pink. So you can get back to safety on this coming turn. They have not managed to get this region back. I wonder if they're going to. Because it doesn't really look like... they're not moving units toward there, right? We can see all of the armies in this area. They're not even trying. Yeah, that worries me a little. Out of curiosity, nope, hasn't changed his mind yet. I wonder if it might be every 15 turns, because the marketplace refreshes. The hero part of the marketplace, at least, refreshes every 15 turns. So it's possible that on turn 61, we might see a change. And in that case, I wouldn't want to go terribly far. But, I mean, we still have to explore. And we're pretty fast moving. There are pearls to be earned and whatnot. Alright, so we got a settler coming out in 3 turns, was it? Yeah, we'll put down over here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. I guess there's definitely something to be said for this area as well, with the minerals and the steppe soil. I kind of like this area because potential mutual defense with the Rindla is nice. And I do like Spiral Rockpeel quite a bit. But I mean, it basically comes down to an industry anomaly and a food anomaly, one of which has approval on it, versus an industry anomaly and a food anomaly, one of which has approval on it. Except that over here, we can put the city down right there and also get a massive tree. And you know, it's not that likely that Rindla comes under attack anyway. This is probably the right spot to put it in. Which means we may need some backup to actually get this down. There is a minor faction army in that region. Yeah, we can afford to do this. We can afford to run out there and help. Alright, I think we are good for the turn then. And this is the turn that we get into the next tech era, which will reveal to us some new resources. I'm noticing sources of blood crystal popping up over here. That's pretty cool. No new strategics in that region. What is this? Herbal has Cold War Dust. That's annoying. Our main army got attacked by some minor factions. We knew that was going to happen. There is a ton of Adamantian in our empire and no Palladian. There is Palladian in Mandara. Yeah. That's not a big deal. We have a bunch of Palladian already. Like, it's way worse to have no it's way worse to have like a small number of each resource, I think, than it is to have a lot of one. And we have enough Palladian that we can build like Palladian buildings and stuff. We'll just have to make all of our equipment out of Adamantian, which is fine. You guys could probably just chill. No, you don't have enough movement. That's why that button's not lit up. Also, Blood Crystal in Morris and 2 sources of Grass Silk in Daramard. In addition to the Blood Crystal we're going to be able to pick up over here. Honestly, that did not go too poorly for us. As far as discovery of your middle tier resources goes, that was not too bad. Alright, so like I said, I would really love to do this. Reduce the cost of our buildings. But we do also have to make sure that we get back into Purple's good graces. Because, for real, it's very important to me that we not be likely to be attacked on all sides. Unfortunately, they're really going to gouge us for it this time. Ah, man, we could give them a bunch of our Palladian. We give them, like, all of our Palladian. It's the only thing we have that they really want at all. Yeah, none of the rest of this stuff is making even a dent. How much? That does not leave us a lot to build with. We do have the ability to buy Palladian, of course. Alright, this is going to be the deal, but we're going to have to make it next turn. Hopefully they won't change their minds by then. Alright, we need new research. So, a couple of very important things here. Number one, of course, smelting stations. I think we're going for that right now. Let's get all those Adamantian smelters up. Number 2, new tiers of armor and weapons. Number 3, bread and circuses. We have enough cities that our expansion disapproval value is 60 already, I think I saw. 50. Okay. It'll be 60 once we put down the new city, I think. So this tech is plus 12.5 approval in every city. That's pretty good for a tech that doesn't require you to use any industry to build the thing afterward. The grass silk that we can pull out of the ground is fine. The blood crystal's a little bit better, I think. Given that we're in a pretty aggressive position here, the bonus attack that it gives will be useful. Dust refinery is an awful lot of dust. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where we'll go from here, but I know that we want to get smelters first. Show me this location. Let's go ahead and do this fight. It should be relatively easy. At this point, we outclass unequipped minor faction troops, I think, fairly significantly. So they have 140 health each. We do up to 90 damage. You could get damage and a half. They have 60 defense. We're going to have much higher attack. So, it's reasonable to think that we might two-shot each of them. We totally might be able to get all these kills. Alright, now they have chain lightning. So we do want to separate out a little bit. The guy who goes first is the most important one. So you go to there. Boy, we do not have much of an ability to spread out, though. You, I guess, just attack from... I mean, no, you attack from right where you are, probably. You don't have the movement necessary to get over here. That's what I really want. Okay, you know what? We'll just let them attack as they're going to attack. Apparently, I'm not going to get a lot of say here. We just don't have the mobility to take up optimal positions. But there's those 90s. So yeah, maybe I was overly concerned. It's entirely possible that they're not really going to get to do a lot of attacking here. Yeah, that was a pretty minor chain lightning. Alright, that's probably a little enough damage that we will regen it off very, very quickly. And even more range on all of our ranged units. Hooray. Okay, no change yet. Out of curiosity, might you guys want to give us a nice easy quest? Make sure there's no enemy army in this region in 5 turns. You know what? That might happen, and if it does happen, we are going to be rich. And then I kind of don't want to go very far. I'm going to grab these pearls, I guess. We should probably have all the pearls. Ooh, somebody went hard on prayers to make this happen. That's annoying. I'm gonna counter-pray them. Yeah, I really don't want extra defense for infantry units. That would not be good for us. That would be a problem for me. Alright, so purple has reclaimed their city. They are marching on pink. We need more influence output. So at the beginning of this turn, all of our buildings are going to reduce dramatically in cost. You can see a bunch of stuff jumps down to 1 turn to complete. This is very, very good news for us. Somebody built the Alchemic Institute. It was red. Okay. Red might actually be a real problem. Alright, can we get our deal with purple? They're being real jerks about this. Oh, you're joking. They need a little bit more from me. Alright, I will give you a small amount of dust. 1 dust, in fact. No, probably not 1. It's not gonna... It isn't gonna be very much, right? Yeah, look at how close that is. Unfortunately, the extra turn makes this deal not doable. Yep, we're gonna have to wait until next turn. That is annoying. You guys are just getting in the garrison. And turn 61 did not trigger a change in this cost. Well, I guess I'm going to go exploring a little bit more. Huh. Roaming Urkan lice are reinforcing these guys? Why would that be the case? That's very strange. I mean, potentially reinforcing, right? We don't actually know. Well, the good news is we have a nice bottleneck that we can exploit against them. This is as tight as we can ball up if we want to have the forest spaces right away. The Urkan lice do not have the initiative advantage. I'm going to have my hero run to right here to block. And we're going to kill these guys very quickly and easily. These Urkan lice are a little bit more dangerous. Maybe we should focus on them first, actually. Yeah, because the orcs have, like, pretty low damage. How many times do I think I'm going to have to hit them each? We're probably going to do the full damage, so it's probably a 2-shot on each of them. Right, yeah, we're in range on that. And then... That's first and almost last that I have commanded to do that. Well, who's second? You are second. Maybe you finish him off. Third... can be... Actually, you don't have to move at all to shoot this guy. Yeah, so third can move up and do that just in case we have to do one more attack. Then your job can be to attack this guy. All the way from back here, apparently, because that's the thing I can do. Hooray for all of this range. Okay. Try to kill the lice before they have a chance to do anything. Yep, see, we're not getting full damage. Glad I assigned a third attack there. Look at that range. Beautiful. Okay. Oh man, I really didn't anticipate that guy taking 2 hits. I think we're still fine. Yeah, our superior range gets the job done. Now to claim my reward. A ruin that probably will have nothing in it. Hey, look at that. What do you know? Something just told me that was going to be how it was. Alright, you can't just stand here and block me. Alright, well, if we attack them, it's going to scuttle our peace deal. So I guess we're just going to sit here and wait. If I back up, will you move? Am I in your way? No, you are out of movement points. Well, you suck, and I hate you. My official assessment of the situation. How many turns are left on my truce? 8. We might want to try to be in a place to declare immediately as the truce ends, and that might mean pulling Chaka up. Probably the way to do it would have been to have Chaka move to here, if Khazar hadn't moved to here. I guess it's going to be more turns, like Khazar will have moved by then. So we'll bring this army back, we'll pop Khazar, or we'll pop Chaka over to here, we'll declare... uproot the Urkan and attack these regions around us over here. We could, we could do some real damage. I'm actually really excited about the prospect of getting to use an Urkan in war. Alright, and we're just accumulating money and holding it. I have not taken any pearls that belong to you. Not a single pearl that even possibly could have been yours. And so, because he's decided that we are... Basically what has happened here is he's decided that I am a problem. It's not that he actually has any problem with me, it's that he wants to have a problem with me badly enough that he is going to find one, basically. Sometimes it's like this with the AI. They just make a decision. You know what? I guess I would rather trade wine than... dust. What I was going to say about the dust is we're holding dust because of the fact that I am hoping to research Hero Marketplace soon. This deal would leave us with very little dust left, or very little wine left. We need to have 35 in 2 turns, which means I need to come out of this with 11 left over. So I can offer him up to 142. And we want to go ahead and give him that 142. and then take back as much Palladian as we can. Okay. Yeah, I definitely didn't take any pearls that, even in the AI's deluded apprehension of that situation, they should have considered theirs. Alright, 15 titanium, basically nothing. Not having such great luck with the ruins this episode. Alright, let's just do this thing real fast. Shouldn't be too hard for us to maintain control of this situation. So we want to start the cavalry real close. And just morale ball up. I'm not actually going to be able to hit all three of them, right? Yeah, you run up to here, get that guy. You run up to here and get that guy. Okay. And then we're not going to be able to kill the back Drider this turn, no matter what I do. So then I probably want to focus on the one that's getting hit by multiple charges. It would be really cool if we could get one of them dead. We got to be careful about the way we do this, so as not to allow them to sweep strike back multiple units, which is why I was so careful about how we position things here. Alright, even if we had not managed to kill him, the fact that the stun went off was good enough. I'm going to have you back out. There's a way to set, like, waypoints, is it? Maybe not. Maybe I am mistaken. Yeah, I thought there was a... Alright, never mind. Obviously, I'm just trying to maximize charge here. Alright. Yeah, so you back out. You guys are doing a little bit more damage to us than I thought they would. Alright, so you run up and grab this guy from here, then you run up and grab him from there. Obviously, the archers will finish this other one off. Oh, except I forgot to tell this guy to hold his position. Well, he got his stun off, and his stun applies before his attack. There's a special thing going on there. So most units that have the stun capacity deal out their stun at the same time as the attack occurs, which is important because it means that the enemy counterattack also occurs that way. Berdeki, with the crippling charge ability, are a little bit different. The crippling charge is not part of the attack, actually, so it applies before the attack does. So when a Berdeki successfully executes crippling charge, the enemy doesn't strike back, which I think is very powerful and exceedingly annoying if you are playing against them. 10 wine and 10 grass silk is looking a little bit more doable. But we're only talking about one village here. I mean, I guess it's best that I don't raise it, but also kind of want to just raise it. I don't know. We'll leave it. We'll leave it be. Alright, so the canal docks are finished in Masawaram. We just got a bunch of science stuff finished as well. Central Market is probably going to be of prime importance. And I think what we're picking up after Smelting Station is, in fact, the hero part of the marketplace. Like, right away. Let's just go ahead and queue that up, because we have enough money now and a reasonable enough income that we're actually going to be able to buy a couple of governors. We're going to be able to get stuff pretty settled. Alright, and I think actually this may be where we call it for the moment. I'm a little frustrated with purple, just being a huge jerk for no reason over pearls that were not theirs in the first place. But if we can keep purple in our good graces and going to war with pink and actually helping them fight, we'll definitely do that. We could forge a friendship that will help us also take down green and or red. That's really what I'm looking forward to. Purple is about convenience right now, just sort of securing a large portion of our border, but in the near future we're going to actually need them. And then also, I'm really looking forward to the chance to use an Urkan in battle. Hopefully winter will happen in the much later part of this window, because remember, during the winter, our Urkan buddy will be a lot less powerful. So that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time to see if we can put our new friend to use. And we'll see you then.